Welcome to the stream. Today is the 13th session of Sunday Friends. How y'all feeling?
Pumped. Ready.
Excited?
Yes.
I'm so nervous.
Devereaux, would you be so kind enough to give us a recap of what happened last session?
Oh my god. I would love to.
One second, let me get your web captioner set up before we start going.
Yeah.
You start talking.
That might be good.
Kendall's is not taking.
I'll just wait for my wonderful words to be plastered beneath my face.
You're good.
I am.
Yes, you are, sweetheart.
Fantastic. So, what happened last time? Well, we had a nice dinner with Tess and Wilson and all of their kids running around. And I don't know, but there was a little bit of awkward / uncomfortable tension between the rest of the party. Mostly with, I think it was Kiri and Salix, but I don't know. It could have just been my imagination acting up or something, but Kiri's usually kind of like sad and quiet, so I suppose I could have just been misreading the situation. And after dinner, I had some tea. Tess gave me some tea, and I went to bed because I was tired. And Tess was nice enough to tell me some stories about my dad while I was sleeping and, well, getting ready to sleep. And I must have dozed off because I don't really remember everything. But I appreciated the effort anyways. It was really nice of her. Oh, and the peppermint oil tea was absolutely wonderful. It was very calming. It kind of helped me get to sleep a little easier, so that was nice. And I woke up the next morning and everyone was in the same room, and I don't really know how that happened because I like to think I'm a pretty light sleeper, but I guess Kendall snuck into the room and like pulled me out of bed. It was it was okay. I mean, I woke up in Salix's lap, so that was all right. But everyone was there, and it seemed like they were in better moods, so that was good. We packed up. We had breakfast. There was lots of bacon, and honestly, I think Kendall might have a problem when it comes to bacon, but we got our fill, and it turns out my dad's gonna go fight a dragon, and Tess said that this dragon's really ornery and dangerous, so I think it's best we go try and help him, or at least keep him from getting eaten. Because I'm not really sure if my dad's strong enough to fight a dragon or not, but I don't know. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we left, and Wilson led us into the woods, and it got dark and spooky, and there was a whole bunch of webs everywhere.
Willis?
And Willis. Sorry. F. Okay. Misremembering. Which is hilarious because I was trying not to think of the volleyball from Castaway, but I did it anyways. Willis led us into the woods, and there were a bunch of spiders, and Kendall got bitten a whole heck of a lot. And We murdered some spiders and fought back some adder caps that, I don't know, I think Kiri really hates them. But we dispatched them and we continued along our merry way. And I think that's about it. I mean, if I'm forgetting anything, I'm sure it was just a minor omission on my part.
Sorry, there's some things going on. We're good. We're good. Keep going.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Did I miss anything? Anyone?
I don't think so. I think you got it.
Yeah, you got everything that happened. All of it.
Thank you so much, Devereaux.
Anytime. Particularly at the start of any episode.
I really like it. It's like having dev journals. It's beautiful.
So, Sunday friends. What would you like to do? It is afternoon. Bordering early evening. And the sun is maybe an hour or so from setting. You have just you have just destroyed these ettercaps, and you are among their corpses.
Ooh, fun.
I would like to tear off a couple fangs and pocket them for whatever one might use ettercat fangs for in the future.
Why don't you?
I was actually going to say, Willis, do you think it would be safe for us to take some samples of these before we leave, or should we keep moving? Willis?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Are you okay, Willis?
Yeah, I was just a bit distracted. I was thinking about wondering what these ettercaps are doing here. They they hunt fey creatures, which is not unusual, but I haven't seen ettercaps in these parts of the woods for 15-20 years. I don't know what's driving them this close to civilization.
Do you think we should keep moving, or would it be safe to stop for a few minutes and take some...
We're safe here. You can
Okay.
you can do what it is that you'd like to do.
All right. Kiri, it looks like you're about to start doing taking some fangs.
Yeah.
Do you want some help?
Sure. That'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will also try to get any poison sacks or anything like that I can. Anything that seems like it would be useful in making potions or whatever.
Why don't
While we're at it.
either of you can either both make a nature check, or if one of you would like to assist the other, one of you can roll with advantage. Although Kiri has 4 advantages and Salix has 2, so.
Yeah. Both roll? Question mark?
Sure.
Since you're doing different things, sure.
Yeah.
Not great. 7. That was for pulling off a fang.
I got a dirty 20.
Beautiful. And what was that for? Just for harvesting things that you might need for potions and
Yeah. Essentially just fangs, poison sacks, anything. Yeah.
You get, let's see, there were 3 ettercaps. You get 6 poison sacks, and let's roll a d10 for that one. D12. Oh, 10 poison, or 10 fangs.
10 fangs. 7.
Kiri, you get 0 fangs. What does this look like?
Probably very unsure how to defang an ettercap, so probably like grab a couple, try to pull them out, and just end up breaking the fangs. Like, okay, well,
Yeah,
Oh.
as I will say, as you continue to try and pull the fangs, you watch Salix pull a few out with her own tools, and you see in the mouth of one of these ettercaps is a fairy wing. And you are...
Salix, do you mind if I?
Yeah, here you go. You can have as many as you want. I managed to get 10.
I think I saw something else. Can I try to take the wing out and see what kind of creature it came from?
Yeah. Easy enough for you to do. It's make a fate check. You have proficiency with this. Use your wisdom bonus.
All right. Ooh, that's good. That's 21.
This is a young sprite.
I share the wing to Salix. This was a sprite at one point. Hadn't yet reached maturity.
I'm so sorry. It's a beautiful wing, though. Would you like to do something with it in particular? I don't know your customs.
If we had the whole body, it would be different, but I'll hold on to it for now. It seems wrong to leave it here.
Okay. Oh, here. I grab just a small little kerchief out of one of my bags and I hand it to you. It's got some embroidery on it, but nothing too fancy.
I'll carefully wrap the ring and then place it somewhere not likely to be crushed among my things.
Did you still want a couple fangs?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. Here you go. You can have as many as you want.
I'll just take 2, thank you.
Okay. Hey, Fuzzy, you're not looking so great. And I kind of go up to Kendall and rub a scratch on his arm. And I cast Healing Word as I just whisper something in Elvish.
Thanks, Petals. Yeah, it was... Tends to happen a lot, doesn't it?
That's 6 hit points.
What would I do without you?
I don't know. Get in a lot more trouble, that's for sure.
Well, thanks for helping.
No problem. Dev, you okay?
Yeah. I take my foot and I'm just kind of like tapping one of the ettercaps with my boot. These things are gross.
Yeah.
I don't really
Right,
want to
well-
stand around here.
Yeah, I'm done if we want to get out of here. Sorry, that took a little bit.
We can rest here if you'd like. The sun will be setting soon. We should find a safe place to camp.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should. Would they have given us food when we left, or
Yes.
maybe it up? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be nice to just sit for a second.
So we should go back and get the horses and find a place to hunker down.
That sounds like a solid plan. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
The 5 of you easily go retrieve your horses, and Willis is a ranger, so I'm not going to make him roll for y'all finding a place to camp. But he leads you to a place where 2 trees have collapsed on one another, and it looks like someone, maybe Willis, you might guess, has sort of created a bit of a shelter here that looks pretty natural, considering. It looks like his branches have like fallen or been piled on to make a tentish figure or tentish shape. And there's as he approaches and ties up his horse, you see him uncover a bunch of rocks that have been laid out for a camp, a fire pit, essentially.
I'm gonna just start like getting some pork hocks and start putting them on some like skewers and get them ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the fire.
I will help season the pork.
Oh, what do you think? I usually just eat it like this, but you said that one thing that one time, so what do you think, Dev?
Let's see. I throw my pack down on the ground, and I start fishing through it. I don't really have too much. And I just start like pulling tiny little packets and pouches out. Just piles of them. And this. And I hold a little pouch out to you. This one. It's a tiny bit of home blend of spice that I may have grabbed on my way out the door.
What's in it? I mean, I'm sure it's great, but maybe when we run out, we might have to get some more, right?
Yeah. It's nothing too fancy. It's just a little bit of salt and some spices to give it a little smoky taste, and honestly, I'd have to write home and figure out what it actually is. But it's one of my mom's favorites, so I didn't want to be without it for too long, so I grabbed some.
Well, I'm sure it's delicious. Here, let's put it all over. How much? Just a little bit? I don't want to use it all.
Just a bit. Yeah. I could probably roll out some leather to sprinkle it in and give a place to kind of collect and work it.
Oh, okay. And then I'll cut the like pork kind of like in strips and kind of like wrap it around the stick and get it close to the fire. Hey, Dev, can I trust you to watch these? I think I want to lay down for a little bit.
Yeah. I'll make sure they cook through.
I'll find the nearest like tree trunk that looks comfy, and I'll lay and get ready to trance. But I think I'm just gonna pass out.
Very good.
I take my giant blanket out and cover you.
Your giant blanket meaning the leather from the
the
giant?
used leather from the giant scroll. Yeah.
Seeing them do this, I will stop them and hand them my blanket.
What's... What?
I think that might be a little bit more comfortable than a giant piece of leather.
That's pretty... Okay. Alright. I'll roll it back up.
I'll like reach out my hand and like stop Dev from doing that, and I'll like she like half asleep like grab it and like put it behind my neck as like a pillow.
There, see? Nice and cozy. And oh, how sweet. I'll pat Kendall on the head and just sit down and watch the meat.
Oh.
Cooking in the fire.
Yeah. Salix and Kiri, what are you two doing?
Before sitting down and getting ready to do normal things, can I just drop another divine sense real fast for celestial? No, for fiends, fey, and undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover.
Definitely. You don't get... wait. 60 feet? There's nothing.
Okay, sure. Then I will take a seat beside Dev and watch the meat.
You find Willis to be a quiet companion. He does not really say anything or participate. He does not seem distant from you all. He just is very quiet, very introverted, you sense. So, Sunday friends, you have the night. Would you like to take a rest?
Yes.
A long one, perhaps?
Yep.
Would you like to take watches?
I will take first watch since I'm still feeling pretty okay.
I'll take second.
Okay. Third? Willis will take third.
Oh, good. Wait, is there a fourth watch?
Do you want a fourth watch?
I mean, I'll just sleep through the first three, and then I'll get up for that one.
Perfect.
Or I'll try.
Who volunteered for first? Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm going to use one of my advantages because this is a dangerous place. I do believe I have 2 left.
You
right?
do.
Yeah, okay. Yep, so I'm going to use one. I'm glad I did. That turned into a 24.
Ooh. About an hour into your watch, and you sense movement on outside of the range of your dark vision. And with that high roll, you would see a pair of eyes from next to one of the bushes. As you take a closer look, you see a snout push its way out. And when it sees you looking right at it, this wolf stops in its tracks.
How large is the wolf? Is it normal size?
It's a normal-sized wolf.
Okay. I will just watch it. I won't move.
After about 45 seconds of this, you'll see it pull back.
continue watching for anything else.
You do see 3 ravens in a tree. They don't move. They just preen at their feathers a little bit. And...
Okay. A few minutes before I expect Kiri to come out of their trance, I will take my flower crown off, play with it in my hands, druid craft it awake again, and say a prayer to Cord.
What does this prayer sound like?
Oh shit.
Have you never
Not
been in
that
a
one.
game with Camille ever?
Yeah, I know. You know, I don't think I really pray to you very much, to be honest. I'm still kind of wondering why I had that dream. I mean, I know there's something out there, but I'm not sure what it is. I know I said I left because I couldn't let Kendall go on the adventure alone, but there is a part of me that knows there's something for me here too. I just wish I knew what it was exactly. Maybe I just don't pray to you enough to get any answers or anything like that. But, a little guidance wouldn't be nice sometimes. Just feel so out of my element. I don't know anything about this place. Most of these creatures are strange and unpredictable, as I eye Kiri. But there's so much more to the world than I ever expected. There's so much about my grove I didn't know. Maybe that's what I'm here for. It's just answers. I don't know. Maybe not. And my arms, which have been green this whole time from the magic of my druid craft, waking the flowers up around my flower crown. The light fades. I look at the crown, I turned it in my hands one more time, and I put it back on my head. And just wait.
Kira, you wake from your trance, feeling refreshed.
Okay. I will nod at Salix and try to climb a tree that seems tall and also climbable, and take my watch from there.
Okay. Roll perception.
Okay, that's not bad. 16.
It's a quiet night. You sense movement in the woods, but nothing that is out of the ordinary or particularly alarming.
Hmm?
Do you at all activate your divine sense?
Yeah, I will one more time.
Okay. You sense roll a d6.
5.
You sense a fae.
How far?
One fae creature in the tree about 30 feet north of you.
I will begin speaking in Sylvan. Hello?
Roll persuasion.
I'm gonna advantage that. Oh, that's not bad. 17.
Who are you? You hear a voice.
My name is Carrie. Kind of wave and make noise, indicate where I am.
You hear the gentle flutter of wings as a sprite lands on a branch far enough from you where you can see them, but not to where you could reach out and go and get them. They're out literally on a limb. This sprite is small. They have beautiful butterfly wings, and that are blue tipped but otherwise translucent. And they carry a small kind of, for them would be a longbow, but for you it's like a toy. Their skin is bright blue, long hair, light kind of leatherish armor. Hello.
Could I get your name?
I'd rather not.
It's very vague.
What are you doing?
What are you doing out here?
Oh. I asked you first.
Yes, you did. I'm going to a city, Grassgrave. This was the fastest route. We're not really using the roads.
Did you see them?
I think I did.
Did you see where they went?
Well, hold on, let's back up a bit. Them, the Ettercaps?
Yeah.
Well, they came from that direction, and they got to about there, and that's where we fought. We killed 3.
You killed them? All of them?
We did.
Wow.
We killed 3. If that is all of them, then yes.
Yeah, I think that's... Oh, excuse me, I'm really tired. They've been hunting us for weeks. Have you seen any other sprites around here? Do they have any with them?
I will take out the wing and pass it in its little handkerchief. This is all that I found. I'm sorry.
Thank you for killing them. We tried, but...
I'm only sorry I wasn't able to do it sooner.
Where are you from? You don't look like someone from here.
Well, I'm from the Feywild.
Have you been...
Great big forest, the glow.
Really? Have you been recently?
Not for a while. 15 years, or these years.
So you don't know about Ektarin, do you?
That one, that piece of news did make its way out here.
They're trying to resurrect him. The other Archfey.
Sounds about right. Do you know what happened. I know that they're gone, but not much more than that.
The rumor that I heard is that they were protecting one of their warlock patrons, and they destroyed a phylactery of the Mad Lich King. The Mad Lich King went after him, and I don't understand how a lich, even a powerful lich, could have destroyed an archfey like that. I heard that his powers were weakened from a deal he'd made, but I don't know the deal or with whom. But he was wounded and he retreated to his sanctuary, and then he died. All of the horses were transformed for several weeks as their master died, and the Pegasi were ejected from the Feywild. I hear that the queen is distraught and Oberon is beside himself. Ectieryn was his steed and his most loyal and trusted friend. At first they thought it was the Unseelie court trying to get revenge.
That's what I thought at first too.
Apparently there's something else going on. Something bigger.
I never would have thought I would live to see the day when something that used to be human, I suppose, could kill one of the Archfey.
He didn't just kill Ectieryn. He did something sinister. They say there was a ritual where he tried to turn Ectieryn into an undead Fey, Archfey, under his control.
Holy shit.
We weren't able to recover any of Ectieryn's essence. We've been... Well, we came here to the Prime Material to survey and to get more information. And we find a lot of undead and a lot of devil activity.
Seems like playing with those things out here. Did you just run into the Ettercaps? They just lived here?
No, we've been traveling around this place. I think the locals call it the Wildwoods. We've been traveling around here for a few months now, looking for allies and going to the groves to talk to the elves. We haven't been able to have much success. They don't want to leave their groves, but they give us empty promises and
That does sound like elves.
they're very sympathetic. But I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not making much sense, or I haven't slept in a long time. My partner and I, we're the last ones.
I understand.
I'm gonna have to go back empty-handed. I don't know if the Seelie Court has has enough power to fight this. We lost so many in the war. It was a hard victory. If you can call it that.
Well, I don't think I could really call it that, but for what it's worth, while I'm in the area, if there is anything I can do for you.
Thank you. I'm Manara.
It's good to meet you, Honora.
You too, Kiri. This sprite flutters away.
I will finish up my watch. Head on down and wake Willis.
He's already awake as you climb down the tree, sharpening one of his blades. As noiselessly as possible, you notice. And he gives you a nod. You head to your you've already tranced, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on how long this has been, I'm probably awake too.
Okay.
I would say that since I tranced first, that I'd probably be awake by now too.
I'm personally going to start working on a health potion and just be quiet.
Okay. Why don't you roll an herbalism check using your wisdom modifier?
That's a natural 20.
Dang.
I like these dice. Plus wisdom is +5, and I am proficient with herbalism. So that's a 29.
Damn. Ordinarily, one potion would take you a few hours. You actually managed to make, with these very intense and fresh Ettercap parts, you're able to make 3 potions of healing.
Sweet.
Before the night is over.
Do I use any of the Addercap fangs or poison?
I would say you use one of each or 2 fangs and 1 poison sac for each.
Okay.
Sunday friends. The day is yours. Oh, Devereaux, you wake. I'm sorry for your watch.
I'm contributing today.
Look at you. We're all so proud.
Fourth watch.
Do you want to take a look around?
I mean, that's why I'm up, isn't it?
Just checking. Why don't you roll a perception check?
Who's gonna wake me up anyways?
Willis will.
Oh.
I was going to say probably me, but I guess when Willis wants to go back to sleep, he can.
He'll actually stay awake for a little bit longer. Just rest.
So, Willis, what do I do?
Oh. Have you never taken a watch before?
Will you judge me harshly if I said no?
No.
Oh, good. Then no.
Great. Why don't you do a walk of the perimeter and see what you find?
Like, how far?
Within eyesight of us.
So...
Walk until you can just barely see us, and then make a circle around, still keeping us in sight.
I walk like 10 feet out. Like here?
Further.
Another 10 feet.
Further.
Like this?
Like 4 more of those.
4 more? fine. I walk out further. It's really dark out here. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay.
Devereaux, can you see anything? You don't have that.
I don't have dark vision now.
Keep forgetting.
I'm gonna do my best to walk the perimeter without a torchlight.
Okay, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Perfect. This is perf. Ooh, that's not bad. That's an 11 minus 1 for 10.
Averaged. Great.
And can I grab a torch not lit and kind of like slowly walk towards Dev?
Sure.
Kendall,
Hey,
what
can
are
you
you
light
doing?
this for me?
I use prestidigitation and light it from far away.
I'm actually a little bit closer than you thought. And I hand you the torch.
Well,
Is that better?
now I can't see anything because it's really bright. Where do I hold the torch? Like, in front of me? I just, like, stick it right in front of my
Don't be weird about it. Just hold the
face.
torch.
I am just holding the torch.
Well, just how do you normally hold the torch?
With my hands.
Well, are you doing that?
Yes.
Well, then it should work just fine.
What do you see?
Trees.
Me too. All right, I'm doing this fine, right?
You're doing great, Dev.
Perfect.
Do you mind if I walk the perimeter with you?
I mean, it's my watch, but
Well, I
I
didn't
won't
get to take a
stop you.
watch.
well, if you wanted one, I could have given you mine.
Why don't we just share it?
All right. I mean, I'd like that.
Okay, let's go.
Kendall, do you need the torch?
Yes.
Do you?
No, I don't need it. I'm sorry, Dev.
Okay. You know what would be fun?
Tell me.
I put the torch out. You tell me where to go.
Do you want to hold hands?
I mean, I was thinking more like you tell me where to walk. Like trust exercise?
I get farther away from you and you follow. I start walking away.
I guess.
Can you see me over here?
No, but I can hear you.
Can you follow me? What? Oh, no. There's a tree branch.
Can you maybe direct me a little better?
Okay. This is gonna take a while. Okay, just follow the sound of my voice.
I'm on it. How far are you?
Well, just like 10 feet.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, now take a real big step. Ready?
Uh-huh.
You didn't trip, did you?
You said ready, but you didn't tell me to take the step yet.
Oh, you should take it now.
Okay.
Oh, there was nothing there, but I'm glad that you did it good.
Oh, okay.
I think we're okay, Dev. You want to go back?
Yes, please.
Oh, wait. Here, we can walk next to each other. Just follow the sound of my steps.
It's just like the time we first met.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't that long ago, actually, huh?
I don't know. It feels like it's been a while.
Well, I'm glad I met you, Dev.
Yeah.
Are you hungry? Because I'm hungry again.
Yeah. We gonna make breakfast?
Did you save me some pork?
Did you not eat?
No, I fell asleep, remember?
Oh. Wait, just a second. I think I've got a little stuffed in my pocket. I pull out some food for you.
No, wait, no, from your pocket. Is it? What's this stuck to it?
I wrapped it in a little bit of leather.
Oh, it's just leather? Okay.
I mean,
technically you could eat leather, right?
Yeah, but it's not seasoned.
No.
No.
Yeah, the leather's chewy.
I didn't feed you leather. I fed you.
Well, you said you
pork.
wrapped it in it. I wasn't supposed to eat the leather? Dev, I can see you staring at me. Did you want some? I didn't mean to eat it all.
The leather? No.
Leather bacon?
We're good. Just let me know what you think of the pork.
I think it's delicious. Those spices were really good.
Well, good. Maybe someday I can take you home and you can have some that my mom makes.
Oh. Where's that again?
Featherton?
Featherton. I remember you saying, I remember that.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been home?
A long time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Feels like it's been a year, but I don't think it's been that long. For some reason, time travels differently when I'm with Kiri.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like
How so?
weeks feel faster. Because we have such a good time.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
And I mean, since meeting you two, things are just hectic.
Yeah, it's not really what I expected when we went out to adventure the world. I thought I'd get to see a lot of things, not fight a lot of things. But, I mean, fighting's okay. Kind of fun sometimes.
Fighting kind of stinks.
Well, you're pretty good at it.
Thanks. I'd much rather be better at cooking and other less aggressive things.
Well, if you ask me, you are pretty good at cooking, and then I keep eating the rest of the food that he gave me, or they gave me.
You eat pretty much anything.
That's not true. They grow these little tiny cabbages back home, and those are not very good.
Tiny
They
cabbages
stink, actually. They smell really bad.
Sound good, though.
No, they don't.
Do you not like regular cabbage?
Regular cabbage is okay. No, I like cabbage in soup.
I want to try a mini cabbage.
Don't tell Salix that's what I called them. She's told me like a million times what they're called, and they suck so bad that I don't pay attention to what they're called.
When we get back to the fire, I'm going to bother Salix. Salix, what's a mini cabbage called?
Has Kendall been telling you about food from home again?
No. I haven't.
They're called Brussels sprouts.
Oh, Brussels sprouts.
They're delicious. You put some vinegar on them and a little bit of garlic too. Roast them over a fire.
Well, I would like to try these mini cabbages sometime.
Well, I guess if I see anything and any growing around here, I'll pick some up. I normally skip over them because Kendall hates them so much.
Oh, it's okay. You can have mine, Dev.
Okay. More for me. By the way, there wasn't anything out there.
Oh, we know. But thank you for checking.
What?
Dev, I thought you knew we could see farther than you in the dark.
Then I guess next time I'll just sleep through fourth watch.
I mean, that's what you usually do, and we don't mind.
Okay. Well,
And that's nothing against you or anything like that. We just want to make sure that you're well rested.
I'm going to be tired by the time this day's over. What time is it?
7:30 in the morning.
Oh no. That's like 2 hours earlier than when I normally get up.
Well, if you want to take another little nap, I'll start making breakfast now.
No. I won't say no to breakfast, but I'll just sit and watch. Oh gosh. Everything okay over there?
You know, those flies are really getting me too sometimes. Well, I'll go. I'll start making breakfast.
I'll sit next to Salix and watch intently.
Would you all care to move on quickly, or do you need time?
Well, I was just gonna make this porch real quick. Kendall and Dev tend to get pretty cranky if they don't eat it enough. Kiri, did you have anything?
I shoot Dev a quick glance, like, yeah, we do.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, all right then. Yeah, so once the porch is done, we should be able to eat real quick and get going.
Here, I'll start helping pack up while you finish cooking.
Sounds good.
I'll watch you finish packing up.
Thanks, Dev.
Willis makes himself busy and helps you all pack up your campsites. He seems to travel without any tent or even a sleep roll or anything like that. He just sleeps on the grass. Well, we should get on with this then. I'd like to have you in Grassgrave in the next 2 days.
Sure, let's do it. As I'm eating porridge.
All right, and that is where we're going to take our break a little bit early because of tech difficulties. Streamlabs is frozen, so. All right, let's get back to playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Put my tarot
Let's
cards
make
back
pretend.
on my clutch. It's got a handle. Whoosha. Okay. All right, I'm done.
Pretend believe.
Sunday friends, you are making your way to Grassgrave. You have about 2 days until you get to the city. On horseback. Is there anything that you is there anything that y'all would like to accomplish on this journey?
I'd imagine that I'm very eager to get there as soon as possible, so I'm not very distracted, as I tend to be.
Along the way, I'm going to keep kind of an eye out for Brussels sprouts, named after, Elder Brussel.
Stop.
Anybody else would like to? Is it the what? I've never done this before.
I'm focused on finding my dad.
Okay. Thank you, Dax. So, the journey to Grassgrave is quiet. As you near the sort of marshy, swampy region of Grassgrave. Have we already talked about the history of this area? Does anybody know the history of this area? Would anybody like to roll and see if they know the history of this area?
Sure. What should I roll?
Why don't you make a history check? Yeah.
History. Oh, look at that. So when you roll dice on the Erisavad dice trays over here, you get a 13 plus 2, so 15.
A 13 plus 2 is 15? That's how
Did I
math
math
works.
right?
Yeah,
I
that's
did
how math
right.
works.
You had me doubting myself.
You know that Grassgrave is one of the more recent settlements of the Empire. As a result, the infrastructure is not great. Think about the south of the United States. How it's kind of, in some places, a little run down. As if when it was built up pretty nicely, but it hasn't had a lot of upkeep. So you start to see smaller woodland houses of people who, like foresters or like Willis. Now you've got me doing it. Of Willis or people who choose to live a little bit outside of society. And you also notice that, I guess Kiri and Salix would definitely notice that the ground is much softer here. It is the Arkansas of San Maria. Welcome. It's beautiful and untamed in the best and worst ways. And as you make your way on the second day, Willis warns you all that you are about half a day's ride from Grassgrave, the major city. So Kendall, you would know all of that information, that the capital, both Azmarin and Zandaria, in a joint effort, settled this area. And the idea was to let it grow on its own, but it has since kind of... It's hard to get. It's kind of hard to get to Grassgrave through the wildwoods, so it tends to be a little isolated. There you go.
Thank you. I wonder if we can find a nice inn to stay in.
I'm sure once you get to town, you could find a place to stay.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
Where would you recommend?
Camping.
Well, I do like camping. Salix?
I don't stay in inns.
I also like camping.
But that's a personal preference.
I look over to Dev. Dev, what do you think? You like sleeping outside, or did you want to find a bed?
We can always ask around at the inn if anyone's seen my dad before we camp out, but we don't have to get a room.
What does your dad look like? At least from what you remember.
Oh gosh, it's been so long. I honestly don't even remember. Give me a moment. Last I knew, let's see, God, it was so little back then. I think he can't be much taller than I am. And I mean, you heard Tess. She said that we were basically like spitting image of one another. So maybe I just really look an awful lot like them.
Well, I can make it easy. Let me just ask if anybody's seen an older you.
Well, okay, yeah. Mom always said I had his hair color, so he must have the same blonde as I do. Just disregard that. So, yeah, maybe if we just ask around, someone will have seen him.
Sure, sounds like a good plan.
But we should probably find someplace to camp that's dry. The ground's a little squishy.
I don't know if that'll. I mean, yes, let's do it. It's not very dry around here, from what I understand. Why don't we go into town first and then just, I don't know, look around?
Yeah.
Kiri, Salix, what are you doing?
Pretty quiet still. Celix is very introspective as we continue on our journey. Once again, keeping an eye out for Brussels sprouts to make for the rest of the crew and any dangers, really.
Y'all got me Googling shit like, where do Brussels sprouts sprout?
It's funny because I was just doing the same.
Cool weather regions. But they can be grown anywhere. Make a nature check.
Yes, I like those. 18. I am liking my dice today. I'm going to keep these sets.
You get the sense that not a lot grows here. It's a bit... not a lot grows on purpose here. There seems to be an abundance of wild berries and that kind of thing. And you find a few radishes along the way. But there aren't a lot of, you notice, cultivated lands in this area. You don't see any farms as you make your way towards Grassgrave.
Yeah, generally they're grown in more civilized areas for the most part, or people who are really interested in botany. As we go, I will pick up any berries or fruits that I recognize as probably safe to eat, but not necessarily the same as what I have at home. Mm-hmm. And I'll kind of just gather them here and there as I see them.
Kiri, what is your passive perception?
Not great. 12.
Okay, good to know. So anything before you reach the town? Okay, very well. You crest upon the large city of Grassgrave maybe 2 hours before the sun is due to set. It's busy. It's the equivalent of a Friday. Essentially, people are preparing for, a few days off. And you see mostly humans milling about. Almost no dwarves or elves here. Primarily humans with halfling and gnome presence. You are on a main bustling street. You see that the street is supposed to be cobblestone, but it has been run amok by horses and carriages and feet. And there tends to be dips and mud puddles. The houses, you would all notice, some of the houses and structures were built not particularly great construction. You notice that, Salix, you would notice that the wood materials are not as sturdy as they could be. A few of the houses look like their foundations have started to shift. Even the people here look a bit run down. What would you like to do?
It's normally the inns that you find the bounties, right? Or
It is, yes. Would you like to look for a bounty board?
Yes, please.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oop. Oh, that's gone. 18.
Okay. You actually find that there is, although you would know that most bounty boards can be found in inns, this particular town has a bounty board in the very center of town. It's a like a structure with a roof on it, and there are 3 sides to it.
Okay, let's go to the center of town, everyone.
Okay. Oh, hey, I almost forgot. Here you go, Fuzzy, and I hand you a healing potion, and one for you, Dev, and one for you, Kiri.
Oh, thank you.
I swish it around.
What is it?
What's this again?
Oh, it's a healing potion. You drink it, and it'll help close up any wounds really fast. It's not extremely potent, but it'll help a little bit.
Oh, thanks, Puddles.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I made it for you.
Mm-hmm. It's made with care. I love it. I'll stow it in my backpack.
Would y'all like to go check out this board? Okay. All right. Let me just pull up my arcane notes. You see that, first of all, the main thing that you notice is plastered all over these message boards, or this message board, are, they look to be a month-old posting of Crown's Guard hiring posters. These are wanted posters for people to join the Imperial Army during this time of war to fight the invasion, or the rebellion of Azmorin and Wolfcrest. These are quite old, you notice. They are starting to fray at the edges. They've been worn down by, since this thing is outside, worn down by the weather and time. There are several bounties. The first one that you see is actually for a local apothecary is requesting dragon parts. This apothecary is specifically requesting chromatic dragon parts. And that if you, it mentions, basically if you go to the apothecary and you inquire within, they can direct you to where some dragons are residing if you want. If you are, only bold adventurers need apply. There are also, you see the next one, you see chicken wrangler needed. Some jerk smashed my coop. Now 100 chickens are loose. 1 gold piece per 10 chickens returned to them. No questions will be asked. The next one is need people to form a small honor garrison for a banquet I am holding in my manor. Important people are involved, so discretion is mandatory. 200 gold pieces per person, paid up front. No questions asked. The next one is sick grandmother. My grandmother is sick and needs a shipment of medicine. Our normal courier has gone missing, so we desperately need it delivered. Expedited fee available upon with a bonus upon delivery. P.S. My grandma makes a mean elven bread. Goblin encampment. A goblin encampment has appeared in the southern part of town. In the woods. They've been there for days and don't seem to be aggressive, so we can't be sure. Find out what they're doing. If they're a threat, please dispatch with them. Report to City Hall when complete. Lost mail. Important documents might have been intercepted. The courier I'm expecting has not arrived. Please inquire within City Hall. So you have chromatic dragon parts, chicken wrangler needed, honor garrison for a banquet, sick grandmother, goblin encampment, and lost mail.
Oh, well, I'm great with chickens.
I grab the honor garrison one and I say to everybody, we might be able to get some information from this one. Might be beneficial to make some coin and maybe keep our ears open.
Well, I suppose the question I'd have on that one is, if we attend the banquet, do we get to eat?
Yes, Dev, very important.
But I vote
I
for
don't know.
chickens.
I mean,
chickens, really?
It could be easy enough. How hard could it be to just catch a bunch of chickens?
oh, well, I actually, I know how to speak with animals, so I could call them in their language and maybe reason with them to come back with me. To like follow me home back to where they're supposed to go.
And if we don't find enough to get the full gold piece, we just, keep a couple.
Well, I was thinking that maybe the farmer might like having their chickens back, no matter how many there are.
Well, yeah, we'll give chickens back, but think about it, fresh eggs every day.
I don't really think.
Every day.
That sounds kind of great to me.
Yeah, you
don't
can keep
really-
the chickens if you can take care of them.
I can take care of a chicken easy.
I can watch him take care of a chicken.
Dev can watch me take care of a chicken.
Not sure we live the right lifestyle for chickens.
You sound just like my mom.
I'm sorry. I just, being very close with animals, I feel for them. I wouldn't want to have a chicken around if we couldn't properly take care of it, What kind of life is that? But we could always help the chickens get back home and do the banquet. I mean, the banquet's on a certain night, right?
I didn't read it all the way through. Hold on.
Yes,
I'm
it
reading,
is
I'm
for.
reading.
It is for. Actually, roll a d4.
Whoops. Here we go. That's a 3.
It is for roughly 2.5 days from now.
It's what day is it? Okay, 2.5 days from now, I think. If I've got my days right.
Are we planning on staying here for another 2.5 to 3 days or longer?
Well, we have to find my dad first.
Yeah, I think it depends on how long that takes, huh?
Which reminds me, how many people are there around us in the town square?
Why don't you roll perception?
Oh, goodness. Ooh, 14 minus 1, 13.
Milling about. There's no one standing nearby, but there are people walking around, and I would say about 20 people.
Awesome. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go start looking for my dad. And I just start wandering between people and asking, have you
Wait.
seen a halfling that looks like me?
I
mean, not
like,
me, but
scurry-
looks like me?
I scurry after them.
Why don't you would you like to continue to roleplay this, or make an actual dice roll?
You tell me.
It's up to you.
I mean, I could totally roleplay it.
Okay. Why don't you roleplay it for me? What does it sound like?
Excuse me. Hello.
Yeah. Yes. How can I help you?
You're looking well today. I am stopping in town looking for someone, and they're very important to me, and they might be in danger, so I was hoping that I might find people who might know. Have you seen a halfling that looks like me? But older, and maybe a little taller than me, but we look very similar, same color hair, and our eyes are both the same color, and yeah, have you seen someone like that?
There's a lot of halflings around here. Why don't you check around Gertrude's? It's over there. You see a sign hanging that's kind of blowing in the wind, and it's got a picture of an engraving on this wooden signpost of a cauldron with something sticking out of it, with steam rolling off of it, and it says Gert, and then the truth has been knocked off.
Gert. Wonderful. Thank you. I'll go check there. Thank you. And I scurry off.
Hold. Oh, and run after them.
Kendall, we gotta check Gert.
We're going to Gert's.
As you visit the building that is underneath the sign, you see what is a 3-story, very narrow building. It sticks out a little bit like a sore thumb here, where the buildings are mostly 1-storied and longer. This one is tall and skinny. The front door is a little ajar, and it's askew. And akimbo, and every other A word that you could think of. Inside, there are 2 windows on either side, or a window on either side, and these windows look very dusty and as though they have not been washed in quite some time. Although the very center is a little cleaner, where looks like people have like rubbed it a little bit to peek inside and then left, but without cleaning the whole window. Through this ajar akimbo askew door, you smell pungent scents, sharp scents, and you hear faint muttering.
Oh, that's strong.
Plug your nose, Kendall. We're going in.
Okay. I'm ready. After you, Dev.
Just a second. I'm collecting myself. Okay.
I pat them on the shoulder a little bit.
Pull the door open. And
Okay.
saunter in.
As you enter, you are greeted by the sight of an apothecary. All around the walls are various parts of various creatures. Dried skeletons, monster parts, teeth, fangs, claws, talons. Across one wall, the entire back wall is just a large white dragon wing that acts as a tapestry. On this white dragon wing are hung various hooks and tools of some sort of trade. You've seen some things like this that are like the things that you've seen Salix use. There is no front counter or register or anything like that. Instead, in the corner is a massive rug. On this rug, you see a small table with tarot cards lined out. You see a halfling female, and she is standing over a cauldron. This cauldron could easily fit 3 of her in it. and it's built with like almost like a deck around it so that she can walk along it. It does not look to be very safe because it is made of wood and there is a fire underneath. So there is smoke pouring up into the ceiling, kind of like scattering around the ceiling. There is a small chimney that goes through the very middle, so it looks like it's being all filtered upwards, but not all of it. As you approach, you see that she is walking around the top of this sort of thing so that she can stir it, and it looks like it's taking all of her force. This halfling is quite tall for a halfling, and has short jet black hair with bright green eyes. What would you like to do?
Kendall, look up there.
What? Where?
Up there.
Oh.
I call out. Hello?
Yes, how can I help you?
Are you Gert?
Well, sort of. What do you need?
I was told to come here and look for information.
What kind of information do you need?
Have you seen another halfling that looks like me?
I don't know. Come here.
Okay.
Here. Hold this. You watch as she reaches into this boiling water with her, it looks like her bare hand, but you see there's some sort of magical glove on it. She reaches in, and she pulls out a bone and tosses it to you. Do you catch it?
I can certainly try.
Okay. Why don't you roll a dexterity check to see if you can catch it?
I think I will. That's a 17.
Yeah. Pretty easily. You catch it. It's very hot. You have to juggle it for a second.
Ooh. What do I do with it?
Oh, good catch, Dev.
It's very hot.
Is it? Can I touch it?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, huh?
I like wrap a cloth around it.
I'll
while I
let you hold
it.
on to it, though. Here you go.
Very good. Very good. Well, you watch her hop down from her halfling-sized perch. She lands on her feet. Right in front of you, you see her black boots thud against the wooden floor, and she takes a look at you. Are you looking for a twin or a brother or what?
No. My dad.
A dad.
Yeah, my dad.
What's his name?
Clark.
Clark! Thistlebrook! Ah! Ha ha!
Yeah. Oh, you've met him?
He brought me some dragon supplies. I posted that flyer, weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and he's the only one who's brought me any dragon supplies.
When did he bring them?
A week ago?
Was it... I point to with the bone. Was it the white dragon?
Oh, no. That's very old.
Okay.
No,
Wait, so what did he bring?
he brought me some white dragon claws. Funny enough.
Oh. Well, okay, great. Did he look okay?
Look like a halfling.
What? Yes.
Very dashing halfling.
You don't
You
say.
know, a lot of the female halflings around here were very interested in seeing him stick around. Some of the
he?
male ones too.
Okay, that's my dad. Did he leave recently?
He said he was looking for more dragons. He said he would bring me more parts. He promised me green and black.
Okay. Does
That-
he bring you dragon parts often?
Oh, no, I just met the man. Quite a character, though. Has a very devilish charm about him.
You don't say. Well, did he say which direction he was gonna go?
East. Yes, east. That way. Towards the Hopeless Gardens.
Oh, where?
The Hopeless Gardens.
Why do they call them hopeless?
Oh, what do you think?
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't ask.
It's within the Grim. It's the you know, the jungle on the south coast.
Is it really a garden? And I kind of like look around and
No. Well, I don't know. He said he wasn't going into the Hopeless Gardens. He said he was looking for around it.
Okay.
He said he heard of a dragon around those parts.
A hopeless dragon.
I don't think the dragon is hopeless. I think that just the gardens are hopeless.
because the dragon's there?
Yeah, if it lived near there, wouldn't it make it hopeless?
Or is the garden hopeless because there's a dragon there?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's good. That means if he left just a couple days ago, we're not too far behind.
Apparently, there's a black dragon on the way to this green dragon that he was gonna stop by, and I think he said, "Haha, dispatch."
And you think he's able to do that?
I guess it doesn't really matter to me now, does it?
Well, I guess not. Well, Gert, you've been very helpful.
I do my best. Do you have any dragon parts for me?
We have some Ettercap parts if you need any of those.
Did you get the glands?
Yeah, the poison glands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them.
Ooh, I'll buy them for 10 gold pieces each.
Okay,
Mm.
here you go. They're pretty fresh too.
Ooh, even better. Thank you. Let me go get some gold. Don't touch my cauldron.
Oh,
What do I
no,
do with
never.
this bone?
I get real close to the cauldron.
I said,
I'm not
don't touch
I'm
the
not touching-
cauldron.
No, I'm not touching.
I
I'm
will
just
turn you
looking.
into a frog.
Okay. And I step back.
Good. Good.
Still got this bone.
Oh, you can keep that.
What do I do with it?
Whatever you want. She disappears to a kind of a back room. You see her come back with a sack of gold that looks quite large in her small hands. 40 gold.
Oh, thank you. I'll count it quickly and hand
But you
over
don't trust
the,
me?
Oh, I really like counting sometimes.
It's true, she does.
Hmm.
What's this bone from?
Giant.
How big is the bone?
This bone is about this big.
Oh, okay, so it's like club size. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, Dev.
Huh.
You could give this to someone you're mad at and tell them you have a bone to pick with them.
Good one, Petals.
Thanks, Fuzzy.
I could.
You could.
I hit my head on the bone. All right.
I don't think they're for that, Dev.
Well, I don't know what to do with this.
I don't think you're on the right track.
What?
I think we should go.
I think you're right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll come back if we find anything else. Good luck with your potion.
Oh, are you gonna go get that dragon?
Heh.
We'll see.
All right. Well, it's last I heard, the last sighting of it was about 10 miles to the east of here.
Ooh.
Thank you. That'll
kind of-
help us when we leave.
It's kind of a young one, so
Ooh, we might be able to get there quickly if that's where my dad's headed.
Yeah? Do you want to
Okay,
go now?
we should. I think. If you all don't mind.
No,
I'll just
I don't
put the
mind.
bone down in a corner somewhere on the way out.
Oh, Gert, before we go,
Hmm?
where are all the produce vendors?
Produce?
Food, vegetables,
Well,
meats.
we eat a lot of meat around here, so you won't find many street vendors or anything like that. But there's a grocer next to the general store. That's where we all get that's where we all get our vegetables. We don't get a lot of fresh produce around here. It's mostly just meat and more dried meat.
Well, thank you.
Anytime. I'll be here.
You need to come back here. Over and over again.
Yeah, if we ever come back through here, I'll definitely make sure to bring anything that I can. I like her.
She seemed nice.
Even when she threatened to turn you into a frog?
Well, to be fair, she did tell me not to touch the cauldron. I wasn't going to. I just wanted to see what's so special about it.
Fuzzy, you've seen people making stuff before. You know people don't like other people getting near their potions and stuff.
Well, she should have said not to get near it.
He's got a point.
What would y'all like to do? Oh, I should mention that Willis has followed quietly behind y'all for some time and finally says, well, I think this is where we depart ways.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Willis.
Tessa's probably going wild trying to keep track of all the kids. She hates cooking, so it's been a pleasure.
We'll tell her thank you for everything.
Of course.
And thank you for everything, too.
Of course.
Safe journey home.
Safe
Watch
travels
out for
to you.
spiders.
Safe travels to you all. He gives you a low nod and departs.
So I suppose we should get going if we want to catch up to your dad.
Yeah, we got 10 miles east. And then we can come back and fetch chickens and attend fancy banquets and get medicine for sick old ladies.
I suppose so.
Would you all mind waiting for me a second? I think I'd like to see something. And I use that power the Raven Queen gave me to see into, well, where the sword's at.
How long has it been since you used this power? How many days?
I think it's been 2 days.
Okay. All right. Where are you off to do this?
I would have ideally stopped everyone like in an alley.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a 17.
Okay. You close your eyes for a moment and focus on this power that you've been given. And then suddenly, jarringly almost, you feel your eyes open and they see the same black blade obsidian almost. The black and just encrusted gem in the hilt, in the pommel. Your vision pulls out, and you see all around you glittering platinum, gold, copper, silver, a few electrum pieces. Books stacked. It sits on a shelf of rock. Next to the shelf of rock, you sense a presence, a being. You pull your vision out a little bit further, and there is a massive green dragon curled around this rock. It's curled so tightly that the tail actually wraps around one of its claws. It sleeps. You hear the low rumble of its breath. You can taste almost the poison it breathes as it exhales. You pull back again. You see a long, winding set of tunnels. You follow one of them and it pulls out above, right at the center of a large cypress tree. Make a perception check, please.
A 19.
You catch a symbol etched into the tree. A symbol you do not recognize. Unless you speak Draconic. Okay. The rest of you watch as Kendall's eyes go, all of it, the pupil, the cornea, what's that called? Their entire eye.
Iris.
Yeah.
Whites.
Yeah. Even to the whites of their eyes, of his eyes, turn black and then green. And Kendall, you feel your body being pulled forward to the east. You feel yourself almost start to take steps. But you're able to rain down on this compulsion and stay still. Just as your vision fades.
It's still there. And the dragon seems undisturbed, so I think we may be able to catch your dad before they get there.
Saw a dragon?
What's that, Dev?
Sorry, you saw a dragon?
This time I saw it. And it's sleeping right around what I need.
Oh, good.
What color was it?
Green. And smelled dangerous, if you know what I mean.
Start flipping back through my diary where I kept notes of what I found in Tessa's dragon books.
They're very cunning. We probably won't be able to fight it. But maybe it'll talk? If you want to get that sword?
What do we have that we could trade for it, maybe? I don't have much.
Paper, most likely, I imagine.
Do have a bunch of sapphires and rubies.
Yuri, do you think a dragon might value sapphires and rubies as much as a sword?
It depends on the sword. If we're pursuing this thing at the behest of a god, some thing of that caliber, I imagine it's pretty valuable, I imagine performing some task would probably be closer to what we might have to do. I can't imagine something that large with a collection so valuable would want to leave very often.
All I know is I need to get it, so maybe we can find Dev's dad first, and maybe they seem like they have more experience with dragons. Maybe we can talk to them if we find them.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Should get moving then.
Oh, hold on. Actually, Salix, I also saw a tree. It's kind of bulbous and like pointy at the top and like dense and very green. Oh, you told me what it's called. It's a pressed tree. I'm so bad at the names of the trees. But in any case, it had like this symbol carved into it. Does that sound like a druid type?
Well, druids don't normally carve symbols into trees unless they're in some way protected. You know, we don't. Well, most druids wouldn't want to hurt a tree.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so.
What did the symbol look like? Can you draw it on the ground here?
I don't know. Let me see if I can try, but it looked like a language. I don't know. I couldn't read it.
Well, yeah, but if you can draw the picture that you saw, then maybe somebody else here can read it. Maybe it's something that Dev or Kiri knows.
Can I try to recreate it, Dungeon Master?
Roll an intelligence check first.
Ooh. I'm gonna use my point of inspiration for that.
Okay, the one that I gave you?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, 19 plus 2, so 21.
Okay. And then now make a dexterity check for me.
Alrighty, even better. So that's 18.
Okay. Does anybody here speak Draconic? Okay. Beautiful. You all watch as Kendall writes out what appears to be a word in a language that none of you know.
Well, it looks very pretty.
I've
Maybe
never
we
seen
could
anything
stop by
like
a
this
library.
before. I wonder if there is a library nearby.
Is there a library in Grassgrave?
You can look for one.
Do you really want to spend the time if we're only a few miles away?
Might be worth doing after we head back.
I guess it's more up to Dev. How fast they want to get to their father, or try to find their father.
Well, I'll pull out my some of my notes and my quill, and I'll sketch down the picture that Kendall drew in the dirt, and I'll wait for it to dry, and I'll say we'll have it for later. So that way we can look for it. I hate to rush everything, but I'd like to at least try and catch up with him before he gets too far away. Again.
Sure.
Put my hand on your shoulder. We'll catch up to him.
We've got ponies.
How close are we to the town square and the bounty board?
Pretty close. You could see it from here.
Okay. Can I scribble a quick note and post it?
Sure, would you like to post?
Maybe not necessarily in verbatim, but in Sylvan, I would like to write something along the lines of like, need help, desperate, will pay anything, meet me outside of Gertrude's in 2 nights.
Okay. Can you type that up and send it to me?
Yeah. I'll also send you my intent along with that.
Thank you.
Did we all see that?
Alex, did everybody see that? I mean, yeah.
I didn't try and hide it. If you can read Sylvan.
What did you just leave, Kiri?
Getting this sword back from a dragon might be outside of our capabilities. I'm looking for a problem solver.
Oh, smart. Good idea.
Just hope there's 3 around here.
Okay. Would you like to... Where are y'all heading first?
Heading east to find Dev's father.
You
the
want to go
ponies.
towards the Black Dragon? Okay. Can I get a survival check?
Kendall got a 21.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 plus 3.
My dice are on fire. I got a 27 with a natural 20.
Dang!
Can I just say this tabletop loot dice is my favorite dice today.
Hooray.
I
I
you
also
think it might
rolled
be
a
the-
20.
It might be the Eris Savad dice tray. Just put it out there.
I think that's what it is. If we're being honest here.
It must be. I have a 21, but I rolled a 20.
Okay. Dang. So, Eris, not Eris, Salix. You pick up pretty quickly the trail of several people leaving to the east. You kind of take a look at Devereaux's feet, and you're able to pretty easily find a set of halfling tracks that lead out of the village heading east on a less traveled road. There's a sign that marks east towards the Grim, northeast to Asmarin, and north to Ilverness, and then underneath that sign says, please seek the assistance of a forester for this trek.
Well, luckily I have my brother. He's a forester.
But you are not heading north towards Ilverness. You are heading
Still-
east towards the Grim. This track leads y'all down a dirt road for... Do you take your horses?
If we're able to, yeah.
Okay. This track leads on foot east. And as you mount your horses and get ready to go, you see that... Wait. It's actually the sun is beginning to set. Would y'all like to continue even though the sun is about to set? Or would you like to make camp along the way?
Was it like as we're leaving the town?
Yeah.
Oh. Dev, I know you're eager to find your dad, but you think we should maybe make camp for the night?
Yeah, probably. I'm no good in the dark.
Okay, let's find somewhere nice to stay.
All right. My OBS actually did just freeze, like all of the way, so I don't know if it's. I think we're still streaming.
It looks like
Yes. Okay, we're still good.
Looks like it, yeah.
Everything's very frozen, so
it. Oops.
there we are. Why don't you roll a survival check for me, Kendall, to find a good place to camp?
19.
Okay. Y'all follow these halfling footprints into the woods, off of the main trail, into the woods, and follow it for about another hour or so before you find a bit of a clearing. You feel like it's a pretty decent spot for having the advantage on anybody who might try to sneak up on you or that sort of thing. And you're able to make camp. How would y'all like to do watches?
I can take the first watch, everyone.
Okay.
Technically, y'all would only need 3 watches, since half of y'all can trance, one of y'all can sleep. How would y'all like to do it?
Well, I'll take the first watch.
Okay.
I'll take second.
Take third. Though realistically, I'm just going to trance during the first watch and work on healing potions during the second watch and actually watch third watch.
Okay. Okay. Easy enough. I need the person who's taking the first watch to roll perception.
Sure. 14, 17.
Okay. What is this? What are you doing on your watch?
I actually wanted to climb like the biggest tree that's around, and it gives me a good view of the rest of camp.
Okay.
And I'd actually like to pray for the first time.
Let me hear it.
Hey, so I guess I can do this now? I gotta say, I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do, but it just seems that maybe there was, I don't know. I have so many questions and we only talked for just a little bit. I don't know if it was you or my sister who was able to do it on her own, but I guess you I guess you provided what I needed, and now I have to give you what you want, and I'm not sure if I can. If there's anything you can tell me? Anything you can say to lead me in the right direction, I guess? This is all very new for me, and I don't want to mess it up. But in any case, I guess I'll do my best.
Would you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oof, that's a 5.
Okay. This is your first time praying, reaching out to the Raven Queen, the entity with whom you have made a deal, with whom you have struck a bargain. You didn't really know how it was going to feel when you called out. If you were going to expect to feel heard or if you were going to hear a reply. Moments pass after you finish your prayer. And you watch as a raven flutters off into the night. And a chill rolls up your spine. And the rest of your watch is uneventful.
I do it on my own, huh? Okay. And I kind of swing down after my watch and kind of stir Salix awake.
Yeah.
Hey. I think it's your turn, but I can, if you're tired, I can take your watch too if you like.
I honestly didn't really need much in the way of a trance. But I'm pretty sure that Kiri wanted to go second.
Oh, hold on. And I kind of rush quietly over to Kiri. Hey. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then I rush back to Salix and I kind of get right next to her. And if were you using a blanket?
I had one kind of draped around me.
I shamelessly just grab some and throw it over my legs, and I throw my hands behind my back and I just lay against my back against you.
You feel
Okay.
slight movement as I pull out stuff to go ahead and start working on more potions.
Can I backpedal 2 to 3 hours? I would like to have a conversation with Dev before they go to sleep, if that's something
Sure.
that they do before they go to sleep.
Sure.
Sure. I will, as Kendall's taking watch and Salix prepares to do her herbalism and all of that stuff, I will sit cross-legged facing Dev. If they let me, I will take both of their hands into both of mine. Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Honestly, I'm a bit worried.
Do you want to talk about it?
I'm not... Yeah, I mean... What would you do if you were going on a foolhardy chase to find someone who probably doesn't want to see you?
I don't really know. We're very close now, so I think if I were in your shoes at this point, I think I would see it through. But, well, all the way back when we left Featherton, I don't know if I would have been as strong as you to begin with in the first place. But
I do intend to go through with it, but I guess I feel kind of silly, because, my dad's been able to travel for the past 20 years without us, and he's apparently already killed a few dragons and brought some of the pieces to the apothecary back in town, and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna show up and what, I'm gonna say, hey Dad, are you okay? Can you kill the dragon? It's me, your kid, you know. I've just been traveling for like a couple months, but I figured I'd come check on you. He's probably gonna think I'm stupid. You know? I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I have to at least make sure he's okay.
Well, I think if he does think that, I think that reflects more of him than it does of you. But
Yeah, you're probably right.
I guess I really don't know. And I'm not sure there's a right answer. I just want to let you know that whatever happens, however this goes, I'm here for you and I support you.
That means a lot more than you probably realize. You know, I probably wouldn't feel brave enough to do this if not for you and the others. So I'm sure we can all handle it one way or the other.
One way or the other, one step at a time. I would like to reach into my things and pull out the best friends drawing that was given to me a few nights ago, or weeks ago at this point. Best friends, remember?
How could I forget? Can I have a hug?
Always.
I'll stand up and just kind of flop forward.
I'll give Dev a big, strong 18 strength hug.
I'm just scared. That's all.
I think I'd be more concerned if you weren't.
Yeah. Thank you.
I would like to, if we're done here, I would like to basically hang out with Dev until I start my watch. And yeah.
Do you think, would you like some company on your watch?
I would.
Then I'll stay up until you're done.
Thanks, Dev. Then random, take my watch with Dev.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, that's bad. I'm using an advantage. That's a 2. Marginally better. 15 total.
Okay. It's quiet. The air is thick. Think Louisiana. The air is thick with humidity and rot, almost organic material. It's a quiet watch. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You see a few bits of movement around. 15 total? Then I would say you, after a while, you would probably notice that the plants near where you are a bit thicker and more twisted than they were when you left the town.
Okay.
And that it's getting muddier as you travel more east.
Sure. I will guess, to wrap it up, just drop a quick divine sense to see if there are any fey, fiends, or undead nearby.
That are not behind
In
total
60 feet.
that are not behind total
cover.
cover. You sense none.
Then as my watch ends, I'll go over and wake up Salix.
You do so. Salix.
You're up.
I think I was actually working on potions while you were taking watch
Yeah.
because I only need 4 hours. So if we're doing the 3 watches, the first 4 hours would be sleeping. Second 4 hours is making potions. Third 4 hours is actually watching,
I think I
or
would wake
however
up-
that ends up.
Yeah, that would be 4 hours, so I'd be out of my trance by then.
Certainly. You figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah. I think that's Salix's new nighttime routine, though, because she's realized how squishy her brother is, so she's going to keep making as many potions as possible for him.
Why don't
Oops.
you roll why don't you roll another herbalism check?
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Another natural 20.
I can't make this shit up.
Holy shit!
I can't. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's another, what, 27?
Wow, yeah, you get another 3 potions.
How?
Well, you
During
did
her
sell your remainder of your 4, so I'll say you only get 2 potions.
Okay. I'm like, how does this happen? All right. Perfect. And I
I'll
will
just be sitting quietly, like sharpening my my swords and like making sure my arrows are all good to go.
Kiri, at any point are you alone during the evening?
Probably at some point, yeah. I always make time to say my prayers and stuff like that.
What do your prayers sound like tonight?
They're relatively short tonight. Believe it or not, I'm not quite as concerned about the dragon as I am about Dev's father. So just give him strength if you can. Them, motherfucker.
Who are you praying to? You hear from your bag.
Hello. Pop up my bag. Well, that would be the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Really?
Yes. Really.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Sometimes I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I stowed away in your bag.
You did. You're very quiet. I had no idea you were there.
I'm
For
very
2 whole days.
I'm very small. And I'm very conflicted because, well, I like you. But
I like you too.
the Queen of Air and Darkness isn't she evil?
I could be very banal and tell you that it all depends on your point of view, but
Very what? That's a big word for a sprite like me.
you know, she does things that some people don't like, but it's those exact things that make other people like her.
I've never even met an archfey.
Oh. I haven't really met any of them either, but I've seen a few.
Well, does she answer your prayers?
A lot less these days. It's been a while, but I think she does what she can. I'm not sure everything makes it all the way back to her, but
We're really far
I
from
think she's
home.
out there. Yeah, really far from home.
Do you know how to get back?
Not really. I mean, I know that there are people like wizards and fancy things like that who teleport and send things across the plains and stuff like that. I don't even know where I would find a person like that.
I was kind of hoping that if I stuck by you that I could find a way home.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you I don't have any secret wisdom, but if I ever do find a way home, you're certainly welcome to stick around until that happens.
I always heard that the creatures of the Unseelie Court are ugly, on the inside and the outside. And I heard that you don't have to be even a whole fae. You just have to have one drop of fae blood to be accepted by the Unseelie Court, and that made the Unseelie Court bad. And only pure fae can join the Seelie Court. But you're not ugly on the inside or the outside.
You know, I was born into the Seelie Court, or at least the lands they ruled.
Really?
Really?
What happened when you joined the Unseelie Court? Did it hurt?
Oh, I got a little homesick, sure, but no, it didn't hurt. You know, one time before I left, I saw Titania just once.
Really?
I did.
Was she beautiful?
In a way that I can't really even describe. She was blinding.
I've heard it's like looking at the sun.
It is. It is just like that. She fills you with a warmth that it just... you can't even describe. It's like... standing in the middle of the snow, but the sun is just so much closer. Everything around you becomes dull and cold. But there she is. The Sealethy and Sealy Court, we've been fighting for a long time, I guess, but I think there's some really beautiful people on both sides.
Like you.
I'm certainly glad you think so.
What are you always gonna be a part of the Unseelie Court?
You know? I don't know. I don't even know if it's very much of a court anymore without its queen, but if there's if there's something that used to be human that can kill a being like Ektion, now I'm starting to wonder if there should be even two courts at all.
You mean like making one court? That's an idea. Maybe you could go talk to them.
Oh, I would love to. Maybe I will. If I can find a way.
And then you could take me home.
I would love nothing more. Now, I should probably inform you that, well, if you weren't able to hear from inside my pack, we might be meeting a dragon very soon. And yeah, it doesn't seem friendly, is the feeling I got. So I just felt like you should probably know that for whatever happens over the course of the next 12, 16 hours.
Can I hide in your bag?
Promises. You absolutely can.
Okay. Can I have a hug?
You absolutely can. I don't know the logistics of hugging a creature this small, but I imagine Kiri's got this down.
Sure. She kind of like lays on your shoulder a little bit and puts her arms like a little bit like around your like a neck a little bit, and you can just pat her.
Adorable.
I heard you give one to your friend, and I really wanted one too.
Well, I'm glad you asked. I like hugs.
Okay, well, can we not tell your friends that I'm here? I'm not really good with strangers.
Oh, that is absolutely fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go in your bag. Okay,
Have a
bye.
good night.
Good night. She dives right into your leather pack. You feel her nestle a little bit. Yep. And that, friends, is where we will call it a session for tonight.